Hola, Muthoni here. Finally, a renovation update video. Yay! Um, so we are finally working on the ceiling. My plan was to work on the ceiling about 2 weeks ago, but then the person I wanted to work with wasn't available. So I got tired of waiting, and now Silas and I are doing it together. So I spent most of yesterday and the day before removing we still had like the nails that had attached the previous ceiling stuck on the wood. So I spent most of the day yesterday and the day before removing some of those. So now we're getting into doing the rest of them. So yay, renovation update video. How long the ceiling is going to take us depends on how fast we move. Might take 2 or 3 days, but I guess we'll find out. Maybe 2 days, I don't know. Maybe 3, because like with the pantry and that entryway area, we have to take that stuff down, and the corners had not been removed, so we have to remove those ones. And so yeah, so we're doing the ceiling part itself, and then I'm going to do the cornices myself later on. But for now, let's get into doing the ceiling. So, as you saw, we did our first attempt, and we've broken our first piece. So, I guess I guess the worst is out of the way. I don't know. But we've realized we won't be able to do just the two of us, so we've called in reinforcements. They've asked to give them 10 minutes. Let's see if they'll get here. So yeah, these things are heavy. They are heavy, and the downside is also they are very fragile, so you can't just move them anyhowly. So yeah, as I was saying, our first board is broken, but that's okay, it can still be used. We'll just use it somewhere else where we are doing like, you know, bits of it instead of full pieces. But like, yeah, that just happened. The thing I've realized is, as much as he's holding it with his head, I was trying to hold up the entire weight of the thingy, and since that mbao isn't long enough to get all the way to the floor, so the floor is not really providing any support. Bruno! The floor is not providing any support, so I'm all the support it's getting. So yeah. Anywho, Ziggy. Hi baby. Can you see Ziggy? Hi! There he is. This is gonna end soon. I'm so sorry.
I really wanted to get it right. Trying to find some balance in my life. I never really put up a fight. And now I'm looking insane. What if I lost Just listen to me as I say. Listen to me as I slow it down. Tell yours if you want it. Breathe the light, 'cause those ups and those downs makes it worth it. Slow it down. Tell yours if you want it. Breathe the light, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. I never left a stone unturned. Trying to find some love in this crazy world. I felt like I was never hurt. All I wanted was to be loved. All I wanted was to be loved. Tell yours if you want. You're right, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. Slow it down. Tell yours if you want. You're right, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Listen to me as I say. Tell yours if you want. You're right, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. Tell yours if you want.
Hola. So it's been 2 days since we got started on the ceiling project, and Silas was supposed to confirm if he was going to make it today, but he didn't, and now it looks like he might not make it until later on in the week, and I am not willing to wait until that late. So I have decided to go ahead by myself. Not really by myself, but like I'm getting 2 guys to help me do all the heavy lifting, do all the holding, lifting and stuff, and then I'm gonna do just the screwing and stuff. It's gonna be one, a lot not faster, easier on me because I don't have to carry anything, and 2, my project gets to go on. So that's what we're doing. So we've been clearing out the kitchen this morning, and I was moving the furniture around and removing stuff, and that's what that looks like. So I have decided that it makes sense to, instead of like clearing out, because there we still had misumaris and stuff, instead of clearing out then going back, should be done with each space. So since all the corner bows have come off yesterday, all the cornices and whatnot are down, we actually go put in the ceiling and then move on, so that I'm able to move all the things from the pantry into the kitchen. Then we can undo all the ceiling in the pantry, because remember, that's the one ceiling that we did not touch. But you also remember how dusty and full of soil this ceiling was, so I know that's going to be hectic, and that means I'm going to have to clean up like all my dishes, which I was already prepared for. So we're going to have a lot of cleaning to do after this. So I'm thinking we do that, we do the kitchen, then we come do the living room, mostly this part, because there's the small parts in there next to the whatever, and then we can bomoa the pantry and the entryway spot. So we can do that, and then maybe do the bathroom ceiling as well, because we also have to do this one. Let me see. Yeah, I think we can do this one, because this one doesn't actually have the misumaris. I had removed them, so any place that we've already removed misumaris, we kind of have a go, so we can do the bathroom. Then tomorrow, right, tomorrow we come do the guest room, the pantry, and the entryway. Then by end of tomorrow, the whole house has a ceiling, and then I can now be left doing the rest of the stuff that I can do by myself, which is doing the fiberglass tape, the feeler, the sanding, and the painting. My plan is to have a fully painted ceiling, yes, Ziggy, by the weekend. Like, yes, no, I don't know, we're working, I'm sorry.
Check, 3. Help.
Say, you know, go to a place, reading like put the reviews on you.
Can I digging through my demons like they books up on a shelf, screaming help through all my feeble about those people on my shoulder. All they ever do is yell. Wish they'd talk to someone else instead of talking to myself. I think I'm going crazy. Can somebody help? I've been reaching out my arms, but you only see them fell. I fell over those, so I can't hold up my pros. But it was all broken before. Yeah, it was all broken before.
So I'm sitting in the sun as I do a bit of grounding and as Robert is cutting the grass. So something happened about like what I think it's been like about an hour and a half. When we got started doing the ceiling in the living room, we literally just put in one board. We weren't even completely done, then power went out. As in, let me tell you, if there's like the worst thing that has happened to us over the last couple of weeks was that national blackout. Because since the national blackout happened, we've been experiencing really bad power issues, like terrible issues. Good morning. It's a foggy one today. Light drizzle and everything. So today we want to finish doing the ceiling bits, like putting the boards. Then I will be left doing the the tape and the whatever. Yesterday we weren't able to finish the living room because our plan was to finish the living room yesterday, and then today we were only going to do the guest room, the pantry and that area next to the pantry, that tiny veranda, and the bathroom. So we're going to start with the living room because it is the largest room. Then we're going to do the bathroom. Then we do the two small areas. We finish with the guest room because the guest room needs a bit of work, and this small area and the pantry can be done by two people. So as the two of us are doing that, the other person will be removing the misumaris and the cornice boards. So that's the plan I'm working with for today. Am I exhausted? Yes. Does my arm hurt over here? Very much so. But you know what? We're finishing the journey. We are finishing the journey. I'm so tired. It's cold. I have a sweater, a hoodie, and a jacket. And it's very dull in here. I think we're gonna have to have all the lights on for us to be able to see. Okay, will we have this light on? No, this will be coming off. It's very dull. You can tell. Because it's like 9 a.m. right now. Feels more like 6 a.m. Oh, I'm removing stuff from the pantry so that we can be able to remove that ceiling and replace it. I don't want Ziggy to be on this side when we start because he's going to run to the ceiling and then he'll end up being locked up in there like he was yesterday, and then coming down was a struggle trying to convince him to use a different path. And he was just like, he came to the kitchen and he's like, wait, what happened here? This is how I get down, why can't I? So yeah, I want him to be in the bedroom when the guys come here because they run away when they hear dudes. So I want him to be in the bedroom so that he can hide under the bed, and then when he realizes we're not going in there, he can just chill on the bed. And then by the time he comes around, we've covered his entry to the ceiling as well. So yay.
I can't seem to make it glue. If anything was meant to come, it'd stay. I think that turned into a question. My faith to a suggestion. I face a harsher lesson in I keep a hold on it. It'll be over too soon for you to notice it bloom into its golden. Don't fret. It's been on my shoulder, screaming, quiet, unsaid. I'm going crazy. Someone put me back together.
My masterpiece for the living room.
Cause I can't seem to make it blue. Could you hold me all together?
The living room. Done. This one. It was held too far, but we will seal this. We will seal it to be fine. But like, living room done, dining done, kitchen done. Oh. I know we're doing the bathroom. You want to do the bathroom? Because hapa, si umeona? Kwa hivyo ilikuwa 7x7. Then ni sawa. Hapa ndani ni parefu kushinda 1. So tutafunga mpaka hapo, afu hapo tuweke kapisi kake, na pale ndani pia ilikuwa 7. This is what the ceiling is currently looking like. We did the filler and the fiberglass tape. We've sanded some bits of it. I think others need a bit more sanding just to completely get it nice and smooth before the painting. Also some bits, it's because they had not completely dried when we started sanding. But one thing I like about having the ceiling is 1, no more dust, and 2, how much brighter the space is looking, because now all the light that's coming in is not getting swallowed, but it's being reflected back down. So I'm really liking the way the ceiling is looking. Even the kitchen looks so much better. So this is in the kitchen. Okay, so the pantry is looking like that. So we are still doing the sanding. We are looking really nice and lovely as well. And the board that ended up breaking, because we ended up having a broken board, we used it in here, and this is now the bathroom. I love how the bathroom fogs up when I shower now. Yay. And we've also done in there. So here we are yet to do the filler. It's still taking a bit of time. So now all that's left is going to be doing the cornices and painting, and also finishing up on all this sanding. So I have had the ceiling for a couple of days now, and I really like having a ceiling for multiple reasons. 1, there's a lot, like when I light up the fireplace, the heat stays in the house, because now I can finally enjoy the fireplace without having to be seated right next to it. Because before, I think it's like the ceilingness of the house was like swallowing up all the heat. Also, the house feels a bit warmer. Not that the house is usually cold, but it does feel slightly warmer than usual. Then when the wind passes through, it doesn't cause there was like this cold drift that I used to experience when the wind would pass through. Not anymore. And also that, like the echo things, even like when I'm watching stuff, listening to music, the sound is moving a lot better. The downside is the cats can no longer go up into the ceiling to hide, and I know they don't like me right now because of that, especially like Ziggy. And also, my plan was to be done with everything by the weekend, but clearly not gonna happen thanks to all the power interruptions. Let me tell you, every single day while we were working on this ceiling, this could have easily been like a 3-day job, everything done in 3 days, like the installations and everything. Could have easily been done in 3 days, installing, putting the sand, whatever, and then give it like a couple of days to dry. Within a week, everything would have been ready. However, every single day we were experiencing power interruptions that were going up to, well, the longest one was like 24 hours. So we start like that day when we were doing the ceiling, we put literally the first board, and this was the day before. The day before at like 3-ish, again, power went out, and then we were lucky that we had already attached the board, because we'd have had to remove it had we not secured it like on all corners. And then power didn't come back until later that night. Then the next morning we were going to start at 9, then power went out, and then the issues. So in most of the days we only worked for about, at most, the day we worked the longest, we worked 3 hours. The rest of the times the power outages were annoying, and then there's a time we ran out of screws and I sent a border guy to pick them, but then he went to run other errands, and then now we were here waiting for him to come through because we had run out, and I'd sent him hours prior because I saw it coming, but then he ended up like forgetting and everything. So those two small things really ended up prolonging this project. Then it became longer than it needed to. And then the other thing, I was like, I wish I'd just thought of doing it myself from the get-go. Okay, I had, but then my biggest problem, because I remember even like I was asking my brother when he's available, because my biggest problem was having extra hands. But like, I'm still glad I decided to just continue doing it myself, because Silas ended up becoming busy, so I was not going to be able to continue doing it with him. And also it's stuff that like it's a very straightforward process. So now what's left is we have to install the cornice, cornices, because there are many, and then we have to paint and sand the rest of the parts that are yet to be sanded. So at least that's a process that I can easily do, does not require too much work. And well, it does require a lot of work, but does not require a lot of hands, so that's gonna be something. Anyway, so yay, a renovation update video, first one in a long while. Unfortunately, life happens and shit, but we move. That's what we do, we move. So I'll see you back here next week with another video. We are working on, well, we've been working on the laundry closet. It's looking really, really good. So that's going to be next week's video. I'll see you back here, with that. If you want to see any of my other content, you can definitely check out my other channel. If you're yet to subscribe, please do. And also, we'll come back with another update. This time around, we're going to now have the completely done ceiling, the new doors, new windows. So I'm excited about that. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.